Over the past 2 years, Donald Trump has had 4 assassination attempts, and as of recently, emails have surfaced. As we know, Donald Trump has had the ear shooting, he has had the White House shootings, and multiple other ones. And in this video, we're going to break them down and look at the emails which have resurfaced.
Yeah, now this is currently going viral. Keelan Deese made a post on Twitter. Judicial Watch out with a bombshell in their Thomas Crook FOA fight, if I said that right. Records from July 17th, 2024, FBI electronic communication indicates Butler Sheriff Office exchanged 2 emails with Crooks prior to July 13th, Trump's assassination attempt. Nature of emails is redacted.
As we know, most emails are redacted, as we've seen, for example, in the Epstein files. Most of the emails are redacted and some of them are deleted. So as you can see for this one, this email is mostly redacted. We can barely read anything, but it has resurfaced from July 17th, 2024. So, I mean,
which is a bit crazy. I would find it crazy to believe that,
most of these are planned.
Yeah, and not only are they planned, but these are emails, online emails. I would think that they would use secret ways to not get caught, but
yeah. Now, heading back to Officer Lou on X posted, new, a Butler County, PA Sheriff's deputy exchanged 2 emails with Thomas Matthew Crooks before the July 13th, 2024 Trump rally assassination attempt, where Trump got shot in the ear.
Yeah.
Per documents obtained by Judicial Watch via FOIA lawsuit, the FBI records are heavily redacted on the content of those emails. More questions, still no full transparency nearly 2 years later.
Yeah. Now, as you may remember, there was engravings on the bullets and the weapons, which honestly, this could have been a whole... Well, some say this is a conspiracy that this whole event was made for Trump to win, pretty much, for him to brag online that they're trying to kill him, when in fact it was probably just him doing all this. This is just a conspiracy. So
now we do know also that Trump also mentioned recently that his ear is totally fine today, and had no problems. You got it checked out, and there was no problems.
Well, you got to keep in mind, Donald Trump probably has the best plastic surgeons to just fix everything. So
yeah. As we can see, we'll show up the photos of Matthew Crooks, Thomas Matthew Crooks. Also, RT on X, Trump refers to his Butler assassination attempt as an ear piercing. You wouldn't want my life, believe me. Your life is much better than mine. Your ear wasn't pierced over here. You didn't get pierced. We'll play the video.
You have a way of life that sometimes you're land rich and cash poor, sometimes you're lots of different conditions, but people that are on farms love being on farms. You wouldn't trade my life, you wouldn't want my life, believe me, you don't want it. Your life is much better than my life. I will tell you, your ear wasn't a little pierced over here, you didn't get pierced. You have a nice, safe, beautiful life, but I've seen it with farmers maybe more than any industry. People want to have their farm, it's a way of life, and they love the life on the farm. And the family would leave, the father.
This is the White House shooting. The signal on X, President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance were rushed off the stage after shots were fired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
This is when there was the popular shooting about 2 months ago, when there was the viral clip of Erica Kirk crying, saying that she wants to get out of here.
We'll play the video.
Or no?
Now, the 4 attempts, here are the 4 examples in plain terms. The first attempt was involved in an attack tied to a rifle shot that reportedly struck Donald Trump's ear. The second attack was involved in a separate security incident that was treated as a possible threat against him. The third one was a different reported attempt or threat that entered the news as part of a broader pattern or violence around him. The fourth attempt was Another incident that added to the idea that his security situation keeps being tested.
Now you got to keep in mind, there's probably assassination attempts every few days. And they're just not popular enough, or they just don't work at all, obviously. If there was, we would have heard about it a long time ago. But when you're at a high status like Donald Trump, when you're pretty much the president, there's probably an assassination attempts on every single president that there's ever been. So,
as we know, most cases of these assassination attempts gets partial information, very limited disclosure, and then gets a polished public explanation. So we never really know what's happening behind closed doors.
Well, as of the emails, they're too fresh yet to even be fully.
And most of the emails are redacted.
Yep.
Like in the Epstein files, wasn't very clear. Yes, it was clear what's going on, but you can't really know exactly word for word.
100%.
So who knows who redacts them? Who keeps them behind closed doors. The ballroom claim is another claim that Trump is using these incidents to build sympathy, which could help a support for a very expensive golden ballroom project. That makes the security events useful for more than just headlines. The medical story, there are also questions about the injury reporting. The reported details of Trump's ear injury do not seem to match what people would expect from an AR-15 impact. So the story feels too nearly packaged. This is why people think the medical explanation was not fully open.
Now you got to keep in mind also, when people remember Donald Trump, when he got shot in his ear, a lot of people believe that he'd be bragging about this like every day. Donald Trump, his ego is massive. You'd believe that every day on True Social, he'd be talking about, I survived the gunshot, I survived this. So,
in plain terms, the concern is that the records are hidden, but the injury story is too clean. And 4 attempts are being used to give Trump sympathy and attention. As we know, also regarding Trump's health, it's not very much packaged. We don't really know the full information. Donald Trump says that he's in perfect health condition, but we've seen him sleep during meetings. We've seen him, his alertness has been less.
Him sleeping interviews massive. We'll put a video.
His alertness overall has been going down. People have also been mentioning that Trump maybe has dementia. Me personally,
as we recently seen him this morning, he stormed off an interview with NBC News.
Yes.
Which is humongous. We'll put a mini clip right now.
Evidence than ever presented.
Let's talk
your
about
elections in this country. We're like a third world country. Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked, and so is ABC and CBS and CNN.
But Mr. President,
you're one-sided crooked networks. All right, let's call it quits because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat in the rain with you.
I know.
I've sat in the rain with you for an hour, on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You ought to straighten out your press because you know what?
Mr.
A country can never be great with a dishonest
Listen,
press.
we traveled all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Also, Trump, his overall health, he scored a 30 out of 30 cognitive score, which could be faked.
Yeah.
And he keeps on bragging about that every day. So,
because you have to keep in mind, when it's someone like Donald Trump and he's the president, they have to make sure that everything looks good in his name. If Donald Trump had cancer and he was terminally ill right now, they would probably say it, but at a certain point, they have to hide a lot of stuff. Because right now, with the war in Iran, him taking over Venezuela, the markets are moving like crazy. So we can't really just admit everything what's going on.
Yeah, so these were the emails that were released. Donald Trump's 4 assassination attempts. And this was T and Matt on the Beerby Show. Thank you for tuning in. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe. As always, stay safe out there. Praying for your safety. Take care.
Bye-bye.